Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing medical visas. We're specifically discussing it in the context of the ending Thai visa amnesty, or presumably the end of the Thai visa amnesty as we're moving through July 2020. And for those who are unaware, I doubt there are many of you watching this channel that are unaware, but Thailand has undertaken this amnesty protocol wherein those who are in Thailand or were in Thailand after March 26, if they got stranded here, they basically got an amnesty from accrual of overstay fines or things or blacklisting for overstaying in Thailand. They basically were waived their overstay until July 31. It's come to our attention that that waiver is likely to end at the end of this month, and for that reason, it may be a very good idea for folks who are here in Thailand to be looking for ways, if possible, to convert their status over to something they are eligible for, or to go ahead and make arrangements to leave Thailand prior to the 31st of July in order to avoid falling into overstay, which can then lead to some really negative consequences, most notably detention and deportation, which under the current circumstances, deportation is not a great idea. We've made videos on this channel. It could take a long time to get deported from Thailand, and one would presumably be detained during the time that they are waiting. Quoting directly from a recent article that's relevant to the topic at hand from Thai Examiner, it's thaiexaminer.com. Article is titled "Agony for Stranded Western Foreigners as quote-unquote fast-track Chinese charter flight jets in from Shanghai." Quoting directly, and there's a lot of information in this article, but quoting directly, medical tourism prioritized by Thai authorities. At the outset of the relaxation of rules allowing entry for foreigners with links to the kingdom, at one point the COVID-19 Administration Center suggested that there were 2,000 foreigners with Thai spouses seeking entry, while it quoted a figure of 30,000 for medical tourists who are interested in traveling to Thailand. So far, according to figures released this week, only 1,169 people have registered to enter Thailand for medical reasons, together with 1,521 carers or supporters. So the reason I bring this up is medical status. There's, for lack of a better term, there is sort of a medical visa. It's an O visa issued to those for other purposes as deemed necessary by Thai immigration authorities, and the need to undertake certain medical regimens here in Thailand can be one of those purposes for issuing that visa. As this amnesty draws to a close, it should be noted that no one should ever try to get into a visa status pretextually or pretensively. You have to have a you have to be bona fide qualified for that particular category. That being said, for those who would be in Thailand otherwise undertaking medical procedures, who are running into issues with the amnesty, might be a good idea to contact a legal professional in order to ascertain whether it's possible to get continued lawful status here in Thailand under the medical visa extension. The other thing to think about for those who are abroad, if you're trying to come here to Thailand in order to undertake medical procedures or in order to deal with health procedures here in the Thai hospital system, a medical visa is probably the best way of doing that, and under the circumstances, it's probably the most straightforward way of doing that. So all in all, and to sort of sum this up, for those who are looking at dealing or obtaining some sort of lawful status in Thailand for medical purposes, it's probably a good idea to contact a legal professional and gain some insight and guidance into how this would work in order to maintain one's status into Thailand for the foreseeable future.